Black people, I want you to pull up and park right here because we're about to have Sunday dinner. This is going to trigger some people, but this is not meant to disregard, disrespect, or pretend your reality isn't real. But I just want us to consider some things, because we know that the powers that be like to take advantage of our energy. So although I know that this documentary is produced by someone who looks like me and you, but I want us to consider another avenue, because once you're in the industry, you are a part of the machine. And the machine, the tools that they use to harvest and siphon our energy is social media. So I thought it was kind of non-coincidental that this whole new Hurricane Katrina narrative is popping up on our timelines. And I saw it on the Lionsgate portal. Now, Lionsgate is also a production company. So I thought that was interesting. Topic for another conversation. But if I want us to think metaphysically, because I saw a creator say that the Lionsgate portal shouldn't be a time where we're manifesting. We should be instead resting, because they are intercepting the energy or the portals that we are creating on the date, and they are basically hijacking the light codes that we are sending out into the universe. And this is how they are manipulating our reality. Our emotions, the number one thing that I teach in my free course on metaphysical healing, which if you want more details on that, you can go to my page and click on my link tree, is that your emotions are pivotal. Your emotions are key to transcending your consciousness and elevating your energy, your reality. So this is what allows you to manifest the things that you want and the person that you are destined to be. If we can, as a people, say that the government was involved in Hurricane Katrina and all the other atrocities that's happened domestically, and we consider the way that the alphabet organizations operate and the psychological operations that they put into our community to infiltrate. They infiltrate us mentally, and that's how they keep suppressing us, right? That's how they harvest our energy so we can't focus on ourselves internally, not even just the community, but the community is as dysfunctional as it is because we have become their puppeteers. Now, is it not possible that these stories are just now doing rounds on social media? That not only is it coincidental considering what's going on in the stars, when you consider the Gregorian calendar date, the 8/8, but it's just interesting to me that the same year or the same presidential term where we decide to reserve our energy, and we're not allowing ourselves to get triggered by the things that we see in the media and the industry, that they still find a way to conjure up our demons. They still find a way to manipulate our energy by way of our emotional attachment to the destruction being bestowed upon our community by way of the powers that be. So I think it's very possible. Most importantly, as a metaphysical healing practitioner, I have to say, I would caution you against getting too attached to these narratives and these stories. Not to say that they weren't real experiences. Not to say that we shouldn't extend condolences. But once we start to invest in it, we intertwine our energy, we intertwine our traumas, and we become entangled with it. This is what they've done. They do this all the time. This is the psychology behind the art of storytelling. Because if I can tell you a good story, this is what, unrelated, but this is what makes Tyler Perry an absolute genius. Because if I can tell you a story and get you to feel it as if it's your own experiences, then you just gave me the keys to your subconscious. And by way of the microscopic crystals of your mind that are connected to the crystals that are in the technology that you're using to receive this, they can tap into you on a molecular level. And in regards to my teachings a few videos back on the 72 Goetic demons, the 72 pillars of consciousness that exist within your beings, they can hijack that whole entire army within you. And they can command them at their will for their benefit. This is what has kept the Black community exactly where it is. And we keep over and over again, we only see it one way. We think if it's political, then don't engage. But we don't see atrocities in situations within our community like Hurricane Katrina 20 years later, or like even the celebrities that are being exposed for their atrocities. We don't see that as being equally political. We don't see that as them being equally malicious and manipulating. Now, another thing is the alphabet organizations are also known to pay people. There was a creator on here who exposed, they said that they were a social media actor, which meant that they got paid to push out certain narratives. So some of the people that are even engaging in these stories in the comments are also paid, if they're not just bots saying shit to support it. Again, this is not to disrespect or say that the stories didn't happen, or that your reality wasn't yours, or that we shouldn't extend condolences. But I just want to give you some food for thought, because we have to remain aware of how magical these narcissistic, patriarchal, governmental spells are. But I'll leave it at that. I want you guys to tell me your thoughts. Tell me where you're at. And if these are your types of conversations, if you like controversial, metaphysical breakdowns and information, like and follow for more, or click the link in my bio to connect with me on other channels and join my VIP list so that you can start your journey of transformation.